If you're trying to overcome fear and anxiety, I can almost guarantee you that you're going about it the wrong way. And, that's just terrible because so many people feel stuck in these emotions and they don't know how to get out of them. Well, today I am going to help you understand what it is that you're doing wrong and why it's not working. But then also, we're going to look at the surefire way to help you to be able to overcome anxiety and fear. If you don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Tawnya Kordenbrock. I am the person behind arenewedlife.com and the creator of the Mastering Emotions program. I help Christian women to rewire their brains so that they can feel closer to God and others by breaking free from fear, anger, and shame. And before we go any further, be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can receive more teachings like this. And stay tuned till the end because I do have a free resource for you today. Now let's take a look at the first way in which you are probably doing this wrong, and that is believing your emotions. Now I talked about this some in my video on stinking thinking. So hopefully you'll check that out, and I will put a link below so that you can see it. But when you are believing your emotions, what is happening is when you are feeling anxious inside or you're feeling fearful, then just because you are having that feeling, then you totally believe that something is wrong, that you should be fearful. And you should be fearing what is happening or what is possibly going to happen. And you can tell when you're doing this, when you're totally believing those emotions, because what you do is you just totally obsess with that thing that your mind is on. And then your thoughts just keep going and going and going, trying to figure out what you should do. But really what is happening is something's going on inside of you. And what this is based on your beliefs about yourself, your value, your capabilities, or your beliefs about others, whether others will care about your concerns or your upsets, or whether others are capable of doing something about it. And that includes God, your beliefs about God, about whether He cares or whether He is capable, whether He is, far off and sees you, or if He's kind of just sitting back waiting for you to mess up or to struggle through. And then your beliefs just about the world and how life happens, why things happen in life. And then when you have these beliefs, they then are going to trigger your thoughts. From your beliefs stem your thoughts, or come out from your beliefs. Well, I say that backwards. Your thoughts are rooted in your beliefs. And so you're going to have just a myriad of thoughts based on these beliefs, and then that is going to trigger the emotional part of your brain where you're going to feel those emotions of fear or anxiety. The emotions of fear and anxiety then are going to influence your body and what's going on within your body, making your heart race quickly, causing you to either breathe heavily or to hold your breath, causing you to get tensed all over. And then that is, you start picking up on that and the emotions that you're feeling, and then you interpret that as, oh my goodness, I need to be scared. This is true. My feelings are true that something really, really bad is going to happen, or things are just going to fall apart. Is that making sense for you? Let me know if that sounds like you. If you, when you start feeling anxious, if you totally believe that emotion, and then you get caught up in your head and your thoughts just run and run and run, and then you can't stop the thoughts. Let me know in the comments if that sounds like you. So, the first way in which you are trying to overcome fear and anxiety in the wrong way is to totally believe your emotions. Now, the second thing that you are probably doing, and I see this in a lot of women that I work with, is to try to push the emotions down and to act like they're not there, or to tell yourself you shouldn't be feeling the way you're feeling. And you can, it might work for just a second, but then that fear and anxiety is always going to come back, and then it usually comes back even stronger. And you can tell this doesn't work because, if you think about how about when someone else tells you, well, you shouldn't be afraid, or just don't worry about that. And when someone says that to me, on the inside, I'm really thinking rather sarcastically, saying to them, well, I wonder why I didn't think of that. Or I wonder why I didn't just quit being fearful, quit being anxious about this, right? It doesn't work, does it? Let me know. Have you found that? If people try to just tell you, oh, well, just stop. You don't need to do that. Just quit feeling the way you're feeling. No, it doesn't work. So if believing the emotion and running with it doesn't work, and trying to push the emotion away, act like it shouldn't, it doesn't exist, or try to convince yourself you just shouldn't feel the way that you're feeling, or that you're not having faith if you're being anxious and is trying to feel differently. If none of that works, then what does work? Well, if you really want to be able to overcome fear and anxiety, then what you're going to have to be able to do is to learn how to not be controlled by those emotions. Let me explain to you what I mean. When you're experiencing the emotions of fear and anxiety, then you are actually in a fight, flight, or freeze state. And so the emotions actually take over and they keep you stuck there. And they take over your body, causing you to get that tenseness within your body, causing you to breathe rapidly or to hold your breath. And then also it triggers all of those thoughts that come into your mind, and you just get stuck there and you can't get out. So the solution is to be able to slow yourself down. And when you can slow yourself down, then you will be able to function from the logical part of your brain, where you can see more solutions to the situation, where you can function in a healthy way, in a productive way. So how do you slow yourself down? What you will have to do is to practice pausing and noticing what it is you are feeling, what it is you are experiencing. You want to be able to notice, what's going on with me? I am feeling really fearful right now. Name it. Say what it is you are feeling. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling scared. And when you do that, after you name the emotion, also notice what it is that you are saying. What are all those thoughts racing around in your head on that hamster wheel? Pause that hamster wheel and look at all of those thoughts. Well, I am telling myself that this is never going to work out. I'm telling myself that this is going to be horrible. I'm telling myself that this person is going to do this, and then this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and it's all going to be horrible, and my life is going to be a mess, and I'm never going to be able to recover. And also, I want you to notice your body. And if you have had fear and anxiety all of your life, then you're probably not used to doing this. You're probably not used to noticing what's going on in your body. I want you to notice, are you breathing? And if you're holding your breath, or if you're kind of just real tight in the upper part of your chest, then take a deep breath. If you're tight in your shoulders and your neck, then just relax. We'll go around a little bit and relax those emotions. Or relax your body and those muscles. So as you're paying attention to this and you're noticing, this act of noticing takes you out of the emotion, from operating from the emotional part of your brain to operating from the logical part of your brain. And then while you're there, as you're in this more relaxed state, then you can think more clearly, you can see more solutions, and you can even pray from this place. And you can pray effective prayers where you're really talking to God about what's going on. And you can confess to Him, hey, I've been trying to figure all of this out. By the way, I've been stuck in this fear and anxiety, but I'm handing this over to you, Lord. And you can feel that peace in your heart and in your body, even in your mind, as you hand that over to Him. You can bring to mind different scriptures, and you're not just spouting them off, but you're feeling them within yourself as you're really, really talking to God. Instead of being caught up in those emotions, being stuck there and allowing them to control you and just take over your mind and your body and your life. So if you are trying to overcome fear and anxiety in your life, number one, you do not want to just be in that place where you totally believe your emotions. And then number two, you also want to watch that you're not just pushing those emotions down or trying to push them away, act like they're not there, try to just wish they weren't there, that you weren't feeling anxious or fearful, but instead you want to slow down and notice what's going on with yourself. Honor those emotions, name them. Name it if you're feeling fearful, if you're feeling anxious, you're feeling scared. So, if you are trying to overcome fear and anxiety, number one, do not believe your emotions. Don't just allow them to control you and take over your mind and your life. Number two, don't try to stuff your emotions down or push them away or just tell yourself they shouldn't be there. But instead, you want to be able to operate from a different part of your brain, not from the emotional part of your brain. You want to be able to be functioning from the logical part of your brain. And you do this by slowing down and noticing what is going on with yourself. What it is you're feeling, naming those emotions, what it is you're thinking, and what it is you're feeling within your body. And this is going to be difficult. It is. You have to practice this. This is what I've been doing the past several years. All of my life, I have struggled with fear and anxiety and have done just the very things that I've told you not to do. And so now I am practicing what I'm telling you that you need to also be practicing. And I am seeing just incredible results with that. Even just this morning, I woke up feeling anxious and I paused to recognize that, oh, I'm feeling anxious right now. Well, what am I thinking? Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to predict the future. I'm trying to plan somebody else's life for them in my mind. And I noticed how tight I was feeling, and I just relaxed those muscles. And I started praying the Lord's Prayer and got up and had a great morning. I just moved on from there. Didn't remain stuck there. Was able to shift my focus to the things that I wanted to do for the day and to be able to enjoy my day. Is that what you want also? I know you do. And so before I go, let me tell you also that I do have a free resource for you, and that is my guide to overcoming fear and anxiety. And I'll put a link to that below. Before you go get that though, please give me a thumbs up or a like and let me know that you found this helpful. And also share this with others. It is so, so helpful for me, for my teachings to be found by others and to help me to be able to help more Christian women. I really appreciate it. You have a great day now. Bye.